Hello everyone and welcome to Ferryway School in Malden, game 1 of a 3-game matinee here today. We've got the Hawks taking on the Kings in the final week of the regular season, Tam.
That's right.
Playoffs to start next week. But the big story really is that the Pistons, the undefeated Pistons, got taken down by the Bullets yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately we weren't there able to see it, but
No.
I thought they were going all the way.
I thought so too. I really thought they had a chance to go undefeated. Would have been the first team in the MNBL history to go 14-0, but they just couldn't do it. Come up short, 13-1.
More on that later, though.
Yeah. So to start off the game, we had number 00, Brandon Naylor for the Hawks, nailing a jump shot, give them a 2-0 lead.
Kings answer with their own.
Taquan Ross answering with a 2-pointer of his own, and we've got a tie game here. Jump ball called between the Kings and the Hawks. The Hawks sit at 4-9 in 6th place in the league, and they will be not be attending the postseason. But the Kings, the resurgent Kings,
right,
at 8-5 in 3rd place, haven't locked the seed up yet, but they have locked a playoff spot. So they will be playing next week. Now, how important is this as far as seeding goes? Because if you're the Kings, you don't want to fall into that 4 seed because you don't want to play the Pistons first round.
Yeah, when you got to play Pistons, it makes your life a little more difficult.
Yeah.
More than you want it to be.
Yeah. So if you're the Kings, if you win this game, you hope maybe you lock up to 2. But if you 2's already locked up by the Lakers. So Lakers got 2, but if you're the Kings, if you lose, you may slip down to 4, and then you have to play the Pistons in the first round. And you have to think for the Pistons, they switch. Interesting. All right. So then this game becomes that much more important because you got to figure the Pistons, they lost, but it may not be the worst thing in the world for them.
Well, no.
You figure maybe that takes a little bit of load off their shoulders and they're not thinking about going undefeated so much.
That's right. When you're trying for an undefeated season, the game changes completely.
Yeah.
Good job, Pete. Good job, Pete. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
So back to the game. The Kings again playing the Hawks. The Hawks only have 5 players for the game today. They've got no substitutes.
I don't know what happened. Maybe they forgot to set their clocks, but these guys got to work out ahead of them.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll see that factor in the game probably, but we'll see.
Yeah, now the Hawks lineup, right now they have number 15, Kyle White, number 55, Gary Forrester, 00, Brandon Naylor. They've also got number 5, David Console on the floor, and number 4, Peter Cinerellis, who came just minutes before the game started.
That's right.
To make sure they had a starting 5, but an interesting shot just there. Talk about Peterson.
A little bit too much mustard on that one.
Shot off the backboard. Ooh, Naylor trying to get the block, but he's a hack, and number 5, Teddy Francois, gets the line for the Kings, who are without the recently acquired superstar, Jeremy McMillan.
Looking around. No.
He's a late show. He's here now. He's sitting on the bench. He's not in the starting 5.
Times.
Yeah.
Makes the first.
Francois hits his first shot, and the game is now tied, 3-3.
6:35 left in the game, or left in the quarter. Excuse me. Gets a lucky bounce, rolls in for the second. Hawks ball.
Kings now with a 4-3 lead. Kyle White, the very talented Hawks player, second in the league in scoring. He's averaging 14.9 a game, and he's definitely the heart and soul of this Hawks team.
Right.
Plays with a lot of emotion. We saw that last week when the Hawks started to get down. He started to get frustrated, but he was able to pick himself back up, and he powered the Hawks to a win.
That's right. Yeah, you can see him hustling a lot.
Yeah.
And the end one.
Teddy Francois again will get to the line. Good on a nice layup, the chance to get his 5th point of the day.
Right. I was watching him warming up, and he looked good,
Yeah.
Layups were clean, shots going in. He's a big guy, too.
Definitely coming ready to play. Like we said, this is a very important game for the Kings. They already have the playoff spot locked up. Like we said, seeding still up in the air. Francois rattles in his free throw, and they're up 7-3. My mistake. 5 points for Teddy, though. Naylor over to White, who pops the 3. It's just off the mark. a little too much. Out of bounds, a Kings ball. Hagos will be inbounding for the Kings. Taquan Ross taking the ball up. Ross to Francois, who, like we said, already has 5 points on the day. Back to Ross. Ross trying to find a lane. Back to Hagos. Working the defense. Hagos to the drive. A pull-up. He doesn't get the bounce.
Ooh.
Ow.
A little bit too early of a jump there.
Francois.
A hard ball.
Speeding off the energy. He's flying all over the place already. He's going to hurt himself. He's got to relax. Kyle White again trying to put a move on. The Hawks throw a ball away, and that can't happen now against a good team like the Kings.
That's right. You gotta take every opportunity you can.
Yeah. 7-3 Kings, 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. As we said, this is the first of 3 games to be played today. Celtics and the Bullets coming up next, and the Bullets knocked off the Pistons. They were the ones to beat them yesterday. The Sixers and the Sonics also coming on later today.
Should be a good game because if the Sonics win as well, it's a tie, and they have a playoff game.
If the Kings lose.
Right.
But if the Kings win, everything's locked up, and it'll be Pistons, Lakers, Kings, Sonics. If the Kings lose, the Sonics have to win. There'll be a tie for that 3rd seed, and they'll go into 1-game playoff on Tuesday. Figure out who gets that number 3 and who gets the 4, but that's all moot if the Kings win here today.
Right.
And the Saquon Ross makes good on both of his free throws. They're up to a 9-3 lead, and they look like they're in good shape to pull that win off.
Yeah, they're looking good right now.
Then a Kyle White is stripped on the drive. Saquon Ross on the fast break, who pulls up a little too much on the layup.
Hawks ball. See if they can slow it down here. Maybe get some points on the board.
Yeah, they got to relax. The Hawks have a late substitute showing up, so they actually have 6 men here now. They don't have to rely on just the 5. Looks
Quick
like
swap by the Kings. Almost an inside pass. I'm going to set it up again.
Number 25, Scott Jewell, is showing up for the Hawks just in time as Brandon Naylor pops the 3, but it's no good. Taquan Ross on the fast break for the Kings. Throws the ball off the feet of Teddy Francois. He hit him in the ankles with the pass, and he's yelling at Teddy to keep his eyes up, but I don't know if that would have helped right there.
I don't know. A little bit.
Yeah.
You got to slow it down, you know.
Yeah.
They have the right idea.
Yeah.
Just got to slow it down a little.
Hagos working on Kyle White. That's going to be an interesting matchup today. White obviously known for his offense. See if he could step it up on defense to shut down one of the Kings' leaders in Hagos. Naylor strips Ross on the drive, and it's Kyle White with a fast break. The ball chips out of bounds, and it'll be Kings' ball. The Kings now going to make a substitution. Number 12, Dimitri Lodemus, and number 14, Ravi Pandey. Coming in, Taquan Ross will be taking a seat for the Kings. We taking a little rest here?
Yeah, you know, most likely last regular game of the season. Get everyone involved maybe, you know?
It'll be Hawks ball. Console into Forrester, who misses the shot, but number 4, Peterson Orellis, is there for the putback.
Got a 4-point game now. 2-point, my mistake. 7-9.
As Orellis' first points of the game. Forrester almost with a strip. Hagos is able to drive in. Looked like he was going to pull up, but he'll send it back to Francois with the 3, but it's way off the mark. And it'll be Hawks ball after it rolls out of bounds. Nope, Kings ball.
Kings ball.
Francois working on Forrester. Francois with the drive.
Nearly got it.
Number 10, Jeff Chabra. Chabray? Is it Chabra or Chabray? Chabray. Jeff Chabray with the putback. 2 points for Chabray.
Right. He scores his first points of the game.
Yeah. Oh. And there's Naylor popping the 3, and it's good.
from downtown.
Gives Naylor 5 points on the day already as the Hawks have pulled back within one. What's happening out there?
You know, the Hawks are starting to find their rhythm, I think. You know, that 3 by double zeros, Brandon Naylor really helped. Yeah, he's the shooter.
Oh,
travel.
No. Hawks call for travel. And, you know, I think a big part of this is that the Kings are playing a little bit too fast. They got to slow down and they got to relax.
Still within 1, though.
Yeah. They still have a lead. You're right. And just
sloppy pass.
Francois
Intercepted by Brandon Naylor.
throws it away right there. There's Kyle White, and he's going to drive in. Puts it up, and it's off the backboard. No good. Rebound Kings.
That was a great drive, though. He just had some big guys throwing the ball on him.
Well, and that's what the coach was just telling him. You know, if you see your lane, take it. Because being a pull-up shooter is so much more difficult.
Right.
So they want him to play physical, and they want him to drive in. Right now as he's working on Francois, but it's nice defense by Francois. He's loaded him his swats away.
Not give him any lane whatsoever. He had to go to the baseline. And
that's very good defense by the Kings, and that's a mark of a good team.
That's right.
Oh.
Ooh. No foul on that one either. A no-looker. Travel, so that point won't count.
Nice passing, though. They had a couple 1-2s, but unfortunately a foul called on number 7.
Right. Hawks got to look alive as well.
Yeah.
That pass to no one.
Hagos, of course, called for the foul. He's 3rd in the league in free throw shooting percentage. 66.7% on the year. So if you're the Hawks, that's definitely someone you don't want to foul and send to the line. Just say that David Console, who's already got 3 points on the day, with the drive, and he'll get to the line.
David Console, number 5, taking 2. First is no good.
17.3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Console trying to tie this one up for the Hawks, who fell behind early, but they've climbed back into this game and almost tie things up. Console's second free throw is no good, but he chased after the rebound and he gets possession back for the Hawks, and that's a great play.
That's right.
Console inside to Arelis, who pops the shot, and a nice shot by Arelis.
Very nice. Quick look.
Yeah.
Quick shot.
That's Arelis.
6 seconds left.
Oh, that's Francois driving in with 2-1. And doesn't get the layup to fall. The first quarter comes to an end with the Hawks got 12 to the Kings 11. In a game that looked like it was getting a little out of hand early.
Maybe.
The Hawks able to climb right back in this. And no, it's not. It's not because of Kyle White, their leading scorer. It's because of Brandon Naylor with a big 3.
That's right.
Peterson Arelis hitting a couple big shots. You think maybe the recipe for today is try to spread the ball around?
You know, maybe. You know, they got one substitute who showed up. But, you know, still can't tire out any of their stars.
That's a good point. And when you only do have one substitute, you got to make sure that everyone is running around. It's just not 1 or 2 people, because then they'll tire out quickly. And as
typically, you'll see that once they get down. And
so it's very important for them to stay with them, because the lack of substitutes, it may start to wear away at them as the game goes along, and maybe see an effect in the 3rd and 4th quarters. But it doesn't look like it's taking effect right now, as they're up 1 on the very talented Kings team.
Right.
Who has, interestingly enough, yet to put in McMillan.
I don't know about that.
No.
We'll see. I'm sure they have their own reasons.
McMillan, very talented player for the Kings, who was acquired in the trade, but yet to see the floor today.
That's right.
And that's what happens when you show up late.
That's right.
You see the bench, but you got to figure maybe that's affecting the Kings in the way they're playing this game right now?
Maybe, but I think they're doing well, you know, even without him. Hard charge.
Wow, and there was no foul called there. That's interesting.
On that one.
That's number 25, Scott Jules, who came a little bit late, but he's the one substitution that the Hawks did have.
That's right.
He's now playing as number 55, Gary Forrester. Will be able to take a rest. And there's Kyle White again driving in, but there's a foul called. They discount the shot that he did make afterwards, but not a shooting foul, and it'll be Hawks ball. That's number 00, Brandon Naylor, inbounding for the Hawks, who gives it over to Peterson Arelis. Back to White, who drives in, pulls up, and sinks the
good.
2. Nice shot right there.
Very nice shot.
As we said, Kyle White, second in the league as far as scoring goes, 14.9 points a game, and that may be the shot that gets his engine started, because those are his first 2 points of the game.
Stripped of the ball. David Console takes it, passes it quickly to Kyle White, and it's good.
There's Kyle White again. 2 more points.
I like what I'm seeing from the Hawks.
Yeah.
Not a wise shot. Gets his own rebound, though.
Pagos driving in, pulling up. A little bit too much. Hawks rebound. Kyle White, and there's Scott Jules pushing the ball for the Hawks. The spin move. Nifty layup. David Console gets the rebound, and he's able to put that one back. That's 5 points for Console, and the Hawks right now can be up 18-13. 5 points on the Kings, Tam. What's going on out there?
They're not taking the wisest shot choices, you know? But just like that, they make it in. Number 7, Henstagos.
And just as we say that, McMillan, who we talked about earlier,
That's
about
right.
to come into the game. He'll be going in.
He's
as
ready to
they
get in.
They're going to take out Teddy Francois, who already had 5 points in the game for the Kings. I don't know. Interesting in taking him out, maybe giving him a little rest, but he was definitely the fire that kept the Kings in this game. They're losing by 3 right now. Scott Jules, a nice little shot right there.
Almost good, not quite.
McMillan down low, trying to get the ball to low to miss, but it's
another
Console.
turnover.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping track, but I think that's like the 3rd turnover.
Just as you say that, the Hawks throw the ball away, and there's another turnover.
Looks like Kyle White is running at 50 miles an hour, while the team is running is at maybe 40. We got a reaching in call on 12 on the Kings. Dimitri Lodemus. Hawks will inbound it.
.625 left here in the second quarter. The Hawks up 18-15. The Hawks at 4-9. The Kings 8-5, battling for that 3 seed. If the Kings win, they lock up the 3 seed. If they lose, depending on whether or not the Sonics win, they play later today. Maybe a playoff
Great
game.
hustle by the Hawks. Great hustle. And just like that, easy 2 points by number 5, David Console. The Hawks are sort of out-hustling, outplaying the Kings right now.
Which is interesting because they only have 1 substitute, and they're the
That's
team
right.
that's supposedly getting tired right about now, but it doesn't look like that at all.
Right, nice block by number 7 there. Had the size advantage.
There's McMillan with the putback.
McMillan shows his worth, gets the rebound, and scores in.
Yep, that's his first point of the game. As we said, he sat out the entire first quarter. Showed up
He
a
was late.
little bit late.
Didn't
yeah.
show enough hustle, you know?
Nope. There's Kyle White working the ball for the Hawks. Over to an open Naylor. Looks for the 3 again, but it's a little bit short. Last time he made good on that shot. Same exact spot.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
And just like that, McMillan has 4 points.
4 points. Sat out the entire first quarter, and he's like he didn't even miss a beat. And there's Kyle White again with the Hawks, and he's got to get himself going again. If the
A
Hawks
little
wanna-
wide, air ball. Got a foul on Kings, number 10, Jeff Shaver.
The Hawks coach signaling for a timeout with 4.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. The Hawks lead is down to 1, 20-19 over the Kings. What do you think this timeout was called for, Tim? Trying to settle his team down after they lose a bit of the lead?
Maybe, maybe he just wants to keep up what they're doing.
Yeah. Because as we said, they were up about 5, and all of a sudden, that leads down to 1. You got to figure
That's right.
they got to relax and go back to what they were doing, which was
You know,
working the ball inside
right.
and getting to the foul line.
And maybe they're drawing up a new game plan for McMillan now that he's in.
Yeah.
You saw the coach there showing him what to do if McMillan drives the lane. Maybe two of them pinch the lane.
Yeah.
Force them to pass or charge foul.
Yeah, because you look at that 5-point lead that they once had, would still be 5 if McMillan's 4 hadn't come off the bench. So you got to think, and now the Kings make a substitution as well, bringing in Taquan Ross.
Follow through, Dave. Follow through.
As well as number 41, Robert Iapika. Both started the game, and now they're back in for the Kings. As Console sets up, he's already got 7 points on the day, and he'll try to make that 9 here. He's off the mark with his first free throw. Still 20-19 lead for the Hawks. As we said, this is the first of 3 games here today at Ferryway Middle School. Console's second is off the mark as well. You got to make good on those foul shots, Tam.
Yeah, you got to make good on at least one,
Iapika popping the 3, but it's no good. Lodemus with the rebound.
Right.
There's
Big
Lodemus.
guy.
Yep.
Hard to rebound off of him.
Yeah. Lodemus' first points of the game, and he's bound to be a big factor in today's game. He's a big body. The Hawks really don't have much height down low.
Right.
You got to think they're going to try to exploit that matchup as the game goes on.
Definitely, Kyle White loves to drive, and so does 5 David Console.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out,
Taquan Ross trying to make a move on Kyle White. Some nice defense up there.
Right.
And there's McMillan working the ball outside. Tries a no-look.
And a kick ball on the Hawks.
Kick ball. It looked like he threw the ball off his foot right there. I don't know what. Taquan Ross down low. There's a foul call. It'll be Hawks ball. Kyle White taking the ball up for the Hawks. We're now trailing 21-20. That big lead we once saw that they had evaporated.
Yep.
Kyle White trying to pull up jumper and almost gets it to fall.
Almost.
Ball rolls out of bounds, and it'll be Hawks ball again.
Right. Again, you saw the great hustle to get the ball, and they get it. You never give up on a play.
Console over to Scott Jules. Gives it back to Arelis. Pops a shot. It's no good. McMillan with the rebound for the Kings.
He's going to take it in, set it up.
Oh. That was a nice little fake shot right there. That's a moving screen right there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No call on there, though. He tried to run him over. On open, Scott Jules for the 3. It's an air ball, and the rebound is Peterson Arelis. Throws the ball away, and it's Kings possession yet again, and it's McMillan.
Should have taken it there,
Yeah.
Oh, but just like that.
It's a jump ball. A nice play by Peterson Arelis.
He made up for it.
You hear the coaches yelling in there. Scott Jules has got to use his speed.
Right, they can't be afraid,
It's true. That's got to be one thing that the Kings don't have on the Hawks is speed. We talked about the height already, but the speed is in the Hawks' favor, and that's definitely something they've got to use to their advantage. Lodemus, a powerful drive, and the 2. Lodemus has 4 points on the game. As we said earlier, Lodemus came over in the trade. At the same time McMillan came over, different trade, but
Ooh,
Same result as two
nasty
talented
shot.
players come over, and there's Brandon Naylor.
Double zeros.
Knocking down a 2. He's got 7 points already on the day.
Hawks are doing good.
Yeah. Number 5, Teddy Francois throwing the ball away, and it's Kyle White. Ball's down. Kings in a nice play. Dimitri Lodemus. Wow.
Wow.
Quite the tangle. But in the end, it's the Kings who come up with the ball and the 2.
Gotta keep playing.
Just like that, Dimitri Lodemus has 6 points on the day.
Set a pick. Set a pick.
Oh.
Good hustle by David Consul. Oh, excuse me, Kyle White.
The Hawks going to make a substitution. 0-0. Brandon Naylor coming out, and he's been a hot spot for the Hawks. He's got 7 points. Gary Forrester going back in, who started the game for the Hawks, unable to convert on any of his shots, but bottom line is some of their players need a little bit of rest.
That's right.
And there's a travel whistle on the Hawks.
Travel by Kyle White. And just like that, you know, we said the Kings had height on them, but strong hustle by the Hawks can outdo it sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. And there's McMillan popping along, too, and the rebound by the Hawks again, but they mishandle it, and it's Kings' ball. That's twice in a row.
It's got to be frustrating for them.
Yeah. Especially when you outwork a team to get the rebound. But they get a little bit of a gift there as the Kings will whistle for a travel. And it'll be Hawks ball with 1 minute left in the first half. 25-22 Kings lead. As we said, the Kings battling for a playoff spot here, so this is an important game for them. Meanwhile, the Hawks turn the ball over yet again, and that's killing anything they try to get going on offense.
That's right, you know, they're spending a lot of time on defense.
Think that has to do with a little bit of fatigue, maybe?
I think they're fine. It's just they're facing a tough, talented Kings team.
Hagos was thinking about the 3, but he'll give it back to McMillan, who gives it back to Hagos. Drives in, nothing going, back to McMillan again. He's going to take his chances. Tries to get it down low to Lodemus, but that was an ill-advised pass, and that'll be Kings ball, or Hawks ball, my mistake.
No, intercepted by Hawks, but Kings ball.
Inside to McMillan, who went up for the 2, but he's fouled, and he'll get to the line. Number 15, Kyle White, whistled for his first foul of the day. McMillan will get to the line. McMillan's already got 4 points for the Kings. McMillan tried an over-the-back free throw. The coach can't be happy with that.
No.
What was that? McMillan tried another. What is going on? McMillan's going to get substituted out. He set up a 2 behind the back.
Behind the back, you know,
what was that?
We're kind of speechless here at Malden.
McMillan
Looks
coming
like
over
he
the
may
trade.
have been told to hit the showers.
McMillan coming over in the trade from the Hawks, as we said earlier, and maybe they're thinking he's a little paying back for his teammates.
Right.
A little behind the back free throwing. And there's Hagos popping a 3, but it's no good. It's a foul on Scott Jules, number 25 for the Hawks. It's a 25-22 lead for the Kings with 6.3 seconds left, Tam. What do you think they're going to try to do here?
I think they'll try and drive the lane. Foul. Or, I'm sorry, travel. By Hagos. That's his second travel. Oh. Buzzer beater, no good. Score is 22-25 Hawks.
7 minutes and 48 seconds left now before the second half starts. 25-22, Kings lead in the first of 3 games here at Fayette Middle School. We're going to take a bit of a break, and we'll be right back with you. How's it going, everyone? Ian Tassel here with Alexander Tam. The Hawks versus the Kings. The Kings with a halftime lead, Tam. What do you think's going on out there on the court?
You know, we're seeing a very close game.
Yep.
Scott Jewell's missing for the first period. Came back in, scored 4 points in a matter of seconds.
Yep.
We got an interesting half up ahead,
Yep.
Maybe we'll see McMillan take another behind-the-back free throw.
Oh
I don't
God.
know. We'll see.
I don't know what the deal was with that. I think the Hawks are working a little secret plan right there, but who knows? As we said, the Kings up 25-22 over the Hawks. Kings battling for their own playoff position. We'll see what happens in the second half. We'll be right back with you. We're back as the second half is about to begin. As we said, the Kings with a small lead over the Hawks. And that was McMillan who scored, coming off missing the first period, not Scott Jewell. Both did miss a little bit of the first, however. Scott Jewell is still scoreless for the Hawks, but McMillan with a big 4 points, and he's definitely got to be one of the focuses for the Kings moving forward.
That's right. They got to find a way to slow him down,
Yeah. Just as we say that, there's Teddy Francois. 5 points for him in the first quarter, and then they took him out. But he was one of the quick starters for the Kings in the absence of McMillan. He's already up to 7 points on the day, and there's Kyle White driving into Dimitri Lodemis.
Said it before, get to Turkey. Good stuff.
Out of my house. Hawks ball still, though.
We got a violation, stepped on the line. Kings ball.
Kings ball, Hagos inbounding to Francois. As we said, he's got 7 points on the day, 27-22, and there's Rafi Pandy popping the 3, but it's no good. Kyle White taking the ball up for the Hawks. Quick over to Brandon Moran, trying to get the ball inside to David Console, who goes strong to the hoop, and he's fouled by number 12, Lodemis.
Good passing there. Find the inside man.
Yep.
Just let him take it.
That's David Console's already got 7 points, tied for the team lead in the Hawks with Brandon Naylor, who's also got a 3 to his name. Console set up for his first of 2 free throws. It's 27-22 lead still for the Kings. It's reached the 8.5-minute mark. Console's been struggling with the free throws today. Made only 2 so far. He's been taking quite a few.
See if he makes his third.
There you go. Makes good on that one, and there's 8 points for Console on the day, bringing the Hawks back within 4. And one of their coaches just showed up. He also missed a little bit of the game. The difficulty maybe was the switching of the clocks that screwed everyone up.
Maybe, I honestly didn't know.
Yeah.
Until someone told me.
Handy with another 3 is no good. Lodemis though with the rebound. Almost a putback, and there's David Console getting the rebound for the Hawks. Rushing the floor, blows by Pandy. And Pandy's called with a foul. Coach still yelling at Dimitri after missing that putback down on the offensive end.
Very, very easy shot.
Yeah.
Could have had the lead to 6.
It happens though, and there's Naylor with the 3. It's just a little bit short. Pandy with the rebound. Gives it back to Hagos. Trying to work the ball inside. Pulls over to Pandy. Back to Francois. Loses control over to Pandy. Inside to Lodemis. Back to Francois. Tries to work it again inside, and the ball's taken away by the Hawks.
Indecisive shooting, Yeah. Hawks just eventually slowly clogged up the lane. Oh.
It's a nice pass inside to number 4. Peterson Arelis is unable to convert on the lay-in. It's a nice play, though. Wow.
No.
Collision under the hoop, and there's no foul called.
Interesting. Ref was right there, too, but the game will continue on. Wide open, number 7. Oh, saves it.
There's Peterson Arelis on the fast break, who loses control of the ball. Ravi Pandey in his way back to Kyle White, who drives in, gets some contact under the hoop, and he'll get to the line.
Good foul on Francois. Kyle White takes it, shoots a 3.
Oh,
Just a little off.
it's almost good. (29-23) lead for the Kings. Intercepted by Forrester. He's going to slow it down a little. Gives it inside to Console. Goes hard up to the hoop again, and he saw for a travel.
Wow. I think there might have been. I don't know about that. You know, 3 guys, hands all over him.
That's twice. Console hasn't gotten the foul called in his favor.
That's right. Coach is upset with the refereeing.
Can't get no worse than that.
Can't blame him, really.
Can't blame him.
That's twice in a row. Down there in the defensive end, Console was run over, and there was no charging call, but I guess there's nothing you can do about it now. There's a ball stripped by Console. He finally gets a call.
Right. Hawks get their ball back. See a substitution here, number 41 for Ravi Pandey for Robert Ayapika. Kyle White with the ball. A foul on the Kings. Number 10, Jeff Chabray. David Console going to the line again. He's been at the line a lot today. And his first is good.
That gives Console 9 points on the day. As we said, he's been at the foul line pretty much all day. He's making his living there. It's no good on the second one. Peterson Arelis comes down with the rebound. He's getting hustled around, but no call again. Referee's letting him play. Wide open to Quan Ross, who pops up with the 2, a little too much. The rebound taken down by number 10, Jeff Chabray. Ayapika with the pump fake. Puts it back up, no good. Peterson Arelis with the rebound for the Hawks. Nice defensive series right there for the Hawks.
Good defensive series.
Any stop you can get on a team like this is good. Console coming up with a nice steal for the Hawks in the offensive end. Trying to work in, and he drives hard in and draws a foul.
And another foul on Jeff Chabray.
Yep.
Chabray.
That's his 4th on the day.
That's right.
He's getting up there.
He'll have to be taken out soon.
Yeah, definitely.
And look like the Kings are going to do that.
He's an important part of their offense right now for the Kings. He's got 4 points so far on the day. It's Console again at the line.
Yet again.
No good on the first one, however. He's already got 9 points, and just as you said it,
Right.
Chabray substituted out and Lodemus back in. Cycling through the big men.
That's right.
Console on the second one's no good. Off the back of the rim. Teddy Francois coming down with the rebound. He's got 9 points already on the day. He's leading the Kings, tied with Console for the lead on the day. Nice shot by Dimitri Lodemus, putting up the 2. That gives him his 7th and 8th points on the night. There's Kyle White trying to create some offense for the Hawks. They throw the ball away. Forrester regains possession. White pops up with the jumper. Too much. Arelis comes down with it to fade away. Nearly an and one, but he'll find himself back to the line.
Foul. This time someone else will go to the line.
Yeah.
We got Peterson Arelis, number 4.
Arelis has already got 4 points. for the Hawks, who are now trailing by 7. 31-34, Kings lead. 2 minutes and 48 seconds, and Arelis makes good on his first.
See Scott Jules coming in for Gary Foster.
Arelis makes good on his second. Hawks now trailing the Kings by only 5 points, Tam.
Right, two-possession game.
Nipping away at the lead. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third. Iapico with a three. It's an ugly-looking three, and the rebound's brought down by the Kings, and there's a foul called.
Kyle's third personal right there.
Quan Ross trying to make something happen for the Kings, who have lost a little bit offensively. Again, McMillan taken out after those 2 free throw attempts, the interesting free throw attempts. He's been taken out, and the Kings' offense just hasn't been the same without him. A nice drive by Kyle White.
Don't let the score fool you now.
No. Only down by 3.
You know, only down by 3.
It's a very nice take by Kyle White. Sees his open lane, and he took it. Driving to the hoop and gets his 5th point of
Sloppy
the
inside
game.
pass. Kyle White takes it. He's going to drive it, looks like.
Pulls up and a hard swat from behind, and there's no call again.
He got slapped, I think, you know. But the game continues on. Ooh. A nice pass by number 5 on the Kings, Teddy Francois.
Dimitri Lodemus gets his 10th point of the day. Scott Jules called for a travel. Kyle White being substituted out. Brandon Naylor back in the game for the Hawks, and White's upset right now with the calls that he hasn't been getting and that he has been getting.
That's right.
And the referees now starting to become an issue.
Getting frustrated.
Is the Hawks coach upset, and he's whistling for a technical.
And a technical on the...
The Hawks get a technical called against them, and Hagos will get to the line for the Kings.
Hawks getting frustrated. You know, they're playing good, but they're still down.
Yeah.
And you know, and now's their chance with McMillan out of the game. But you know, either way, they gotta calm it down. You know, find one way or another to get back in it.
As
You
we
know,
said,
they're down 6 now.
that was number 7, Hintsa Hagos. As we said, 3rd in the league in free throw percentage, taking the technicals for the Kings. He splits them, and he's got 4 points, 3 points on the day. My mistake. (34-28) lead for the Kings. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Ross gonna drive it in for the Kings. Ooh. No good, however. It'll be Hawks ball.
Gotta get 2 hands on those rebounds.
Yeah. Arelis inbounding to Jules. The Hawks got to settle it down now as they're still visibly upset, the coaches, with the call and the technical.
Oh, and they lose the ball just like that.
Quan Ross rushing it in for the Kings, puts it up, and one.
And one. Lead is slowly getting etched away from them.
Yeah. And that's a killer. That is a killer. They were just coming back, and now all of a sudden,
you know, they get a technical called on the bench.
It's like a 4 or 5 point swing, you know, depending on whether or not he makes this free throw. And another technical foul is called on the Hawks bench.
And another technical on the bench.
They're yelling out that the
Refs.
player's shirt's still untucked. The ref has been yelling at him all
Right.
game. The Hawks voice their opinion. They get whistled for it.
Right.
Matt.
Maybe this. I think this referee may be new. Don't quote on me though. He doesn't quite understand. Not used to it, I guess. But another technical. You know, for those of you who couldn't hear, the refs were yelling at the Hawks players to tuck in their jerseys. And, you know, they got the technical after that for yelling at them. And then they were yelling at the referees that the Kings didn't have their jerseys tucked in either. And they got another technical on them.
And McMillan is suited up and he's left the bench for the
Right.
Kings.
He's sitting on the Hawks side.
He's got his sweatshirt on. He's got his backpack with him. He doesn't look like he's ready to play anything.
No,
Interesting. Wow.
he's done for the day.
This game's taken a weird turn.
Right.
We had a close one brewing all of a sudden. Now it's 37-28 Kings. A couple of technicals whistled on the Hawks. Some non-calls. The Hawks are all upset. McMillan's now not playing for the Kings. Jeez. .53 seconds left here in the third quarter. Scott Jules will get to the line for the Hawks.
Scott Jules takes his first, and it's good.
That's Jules' first points of the game. Brings the Hawks back within 8. 53.2 seconds left. He's
Ooh.
no good on the second console with the rebound. A nice putback. And the Hawks are within 6.
That's how you take a big lead to a small lead.
Yep. 11 points for console and a little 3-point conversion right there. And there's Hagos with an open 3. Pops it. It's a
No
little bit
good.
too much.
We got
Over the back call. Whistled against the Kings. It'll be a Hawks ball again.
Kyle White back in. Maybe he's cooled down a little bit.
Scott Jules being substituted out for the Hawks. Just a little bloody nose. He'll be taken out. The Hawks coach is still upset. His player's got a bloody nose getting checked on the foul. And all the
Right.
refs really caring about him is the shirts, and he's still upset. He's heated. I can't blame him, honestly.
No, you know, as a coach, you really invest time, emotion, work into your
Yep.
team, you know? You
Things-
want to see them win.
Right, and when things like this start to happen, you can't help but get upset, and especially when the refs aren't letting
Certainly.
your team try to play the way they want to play.
Gets the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bounce, and it's in.
And Arelis, he's got 8 points on the day as his team's only down by 4 now. 27 seconds left on the clock. Daquan Ross handling the ball for the Kings. Pulls up, is no good, and it'll be Hawks ball again. And the Hawks going on a little run here. Some nice defense.
That's right. And now you see the Kings coach a little unhappy.
Yeah. And you know, you can't say enough about the Hawks sticking with this. It all starts
Right.
with defense. You can't go on a run like this unless you have some defense. Naylor looking for a lane. It'll be Kyle White with possession for the Hawks.
Nearly
Attempted
stolen.
steal. Oh, and the ball slips through Kyle White's hit. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a little bit of take. Kyle White grabbing onto Teddy Francois.
We got a heated fight here.
Wow, things getting a little bit heavy.
We got technical on Kyle White. Looks like he'll be taken out of the game.
Things getting crazy here at the MNBL.
That's some heated drama. Kyle White
With no,
upset the whole game, and Guess that was the crack in the glass to do it all.
Kyle White will get a technical. Things are getting crazy here.
Just a little bit, you know. I can't really say much, you know.
Teddy Francois shooting the technicals. I'm still stunned.
I didn't really see that coming.
No, not at all.
I mean, I saw there was visibly a set, but you know, you gotta keep your emotions in check.
Yeah.
It's a game of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I saw him screaming that, you know, that kid has been falling on him all night. No fouls.
Francois makes going on 2 of 3, and he's got 11 points on the day. And it looks like that'll be the last we've seen of Kyle White today, as the Hawks officially have no substitutes on their bench now. And still with 8 seconds left here in the third quarter, and things are getting a little crazy.
That's right.
See, the referees making everyone upset, including Kyle White, and you got to think that contributed a little bit. They got a little upset. Teddy Francois, a little physical play. There's nothing wrong with what Francois did over there. Just hustling for the
I
ball.
don't see it either. You know, both teams maybe getting upset now. The Kings too.
Yeah, but I mean,
Emotions
you
are
can't
running
blame
high.
Francois for what was going on over there. Kyle White is just a little
Right.
bit of
Maybe a little
emotion.
too hot-headed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, things got out of hand. White got a technical, and that'll do it for him today. McMillan now out for the Kings. Personal choice, I
Interesting.
think.
We see here, you know, they had McMillan out, their star, and now Kyle White out, the opposing team out.
Interesting. There's a lot about depth, I guess, right now, and the Kings seem to have a little bit more, and the Hawks have no substitution. So it's unfortunate that the final game of the season has to come down to this, but with the third quarter drawing to a close, it's 39-33. The Kings with a 6-point lead, looking like they're in good position to lock up that third seed, and we've discussed, and that's important.
Right. It'll be tough.
You don't want to have to play the Pistons in the first round, but if the Kings win here, it'll be the Sonics who will be playing the Pistons in the first, and the Kings will be playing the Lakers.
We'll see, however. You know, now that Kyle White is out, I want to see more from Brandon Naylor.
We got Naylor, Arelis, Jules, Forrester, and
Right.
Console on the floor for the Hawks. No Kyle White, as we said earlier. 6-point Kings lead.
But, you know, I think if the Hawks really pick it up, they can make do without him. It'll be tough, you know. I mean, the Kings don't have McMillan either, but they got a lot of big guys. I think we'll have to see double zeros Brandon Naylor laced up with a couple threes.
Yeah. You said, and Kyle White's back. He's getting taken off the court by his own coach.
Kyle White comes out on the bench.
It's getting a little out of control now.
Just comes out on the bench, and just like that, he has to be brought back in the locker.
Carried into the locker room.
Still not cooled off from that.
Wow.
Well, you know, they thought he cooled off, but guess not.
And we're back to the game. The Hawks have the ball. It's David Console controlling it. Whistled for a double dribble. And it's really important now for the Hawks to regain focus. You know, they're without their star, Kyle White, but do you think they can maybe pull this one out? What do they got to do?
Check your man too as well, man.
The coach is now arguing as well. It's just
That's right. You know, they're saying this argument isn't one-sided.
no.
both teams got to keep their players in check.
Yeah. Francois whistled for a travel. So what do you think the Hawks have to do now to regain focus and get back in this game without their star Kyle White?
You know, it's only up to one player to just make a couple points, and you know they'll realize that they're back in it.
Yeah.
You know, someone to inspire them. Maybe Brandon Naylor with a 3. I'd like to see that.
Scott Joel is
Joel's-
taking a 3, but no good.
No good. Foul on number 5, David Console.
With 8 minutes and 33 seconds left. 41-33, Kings lead. Another technical get called? What?
Apparently.
Another technical? Okay. So an intentional foul whistled on the
Intentional
Hawks.
foul on number
France-
5.
Hints the Hagos making another couple free throws, and as we said, third in the league in free throws. It's not the guy you want to see on the line, but
Right.
what happens.
And a carrying violation. You know, now's really the time for the Hawks to strike, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, with 2 turnovers on, drives, popped up a little and slapped away, but just like that, they get the ball back.
The Hawks coach whistling for a timeout. He's got to get his players back, and he's got to tell them that they got to focus. It's this game.
That's right.
It's not over. They still got 7 minutes left on the.
Certainly not.
Plenty enough time. But it's just a matter of whether or not they can focus in and get the job done.
Right, you know, and 5 guys on the court, or
Yeah.
the 5 guys on the court is going to finish.
Yeah. And we talked about it earlier. I know you don't want to make excuses for a team, but now they were close at the end of the
They're
second
close.
quarter and the third quarter, and now all of a sudden they're down by 10 late in the game. You think that has a little bit to do with the fatigue, maybe?
Perhaps, you know. They were playing with a lot of energy before. And, you know, that the whole fiasco happened. You know, they're unfocused, maybe.
Yeah.
Not making the smartest decisions. And the Kings, too, you know, they're getting sloppy. Travels, double dribble, carry. Maybe they're not focused either.
Yeah, the Hawks, as we said, no substitutions now. The loss of Kyle White, who was the one of the 6th player that they had, now forced to play with just the same 5 for the rest of the game.
Right. One of the Hawks coach, he's going to go into the locker room, see if he can see what's going on with Kyle White. He won't be back in the game, but it's important. Take care of your players.
Yeah.
Costa! Kenny's not at the table. He's in the locker room. If you want to play, I can do the clock. I don't give a shit. Oh, Joel do it.
Console shooting for the Hawks as we're back after the timeout was called. League Commissioner Ken is now inside the locker room, presumably talking to Kyle White, as is the
Right.
Hawks assistant coach. You gotta take care of that issue, I guess.
Right. And it's a good move by the commissioner.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to wait till after the game. Someone else can do the scoreboard.
And here he is coming out of the locker room. 43-34. Kyle White's now back out on the floor. for the Hawks, taken out of the locker room. Things have presumably cooled down. But we'll
Right.
see. And back to the game. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left. 43-34 lead for the Kings. Daquan Ross off the steal. Doing a wide open Teddy Francois. Drives in, pulls up a little too much. Rebound taken down by Hagos. Hagos got 5 points on the day for the Kings. Nice move to the hoop. Unfortunately, doesn't fall.
There you go. Brendan
Oh.
Naylor slapped it away.
A hard foul on David Console.
That'll be his third personal, I believe.
Yep. Console now gets to the line. But you see right there, that was Teddy Francois who fouled him, checked him down on the ground.
Right.
But he helped him out, you know?
Right.
There's no hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
Nothing personal. I mean, the whole issue with Kyle White, but at the bottom line is they're all players and it's out there to have fun. It seems like everything's blown over. Both benches are calmer now. Kyle White's out of the locker room, sitting on the bench. Everything seems to be in check. Console sinks his first of 2. 5.5 minutes left here in the first of 3 games at Fairway Middle School. Got the Hawks against the Kings. Kings up 43 to the Hawks 35.
Unlucky roll. No good.
As we said, the Kings playing for a playoff position. It looks like they're going to lock up that 3 seed, so that's good for them. And there's Daquan Ross locking up the 3, but it's no good. Too much. Rebound by Robert Iapika. Hagos now is going to pop. No good again. Ross with a nice rebound, but he's called for a travel.
Oh, boy.
Puts up a crazy three-pointer.
Crazy shot.
It's good, but it doesn't count.
No.
It was at least
Gotta make it when it
entertaining.
counts.
So 4.5 minutes left now. Same score. 43-35 Kings.
Oh. And
Scott
another
Jules.
turnover by Scott Jules. That's what he's doing a lot this game, you know, tries to, he's at the top of the key, passes in, but it's intercepted.
Yeah.
That's killing him, too.
Mm-hmm. And now Teddy Francois, who's leading the Kings with 11 points, will get to the line. As we hit 4 minutes left, Francois is good on his first. Said the second game will be the 7th place Celtics at 3-9 against the 5th place Bullets, 5-7. But more importantly for the Bullets is they were the team that ended the Pistons' winning streak.
That's right. They had it in them, and history is no more.
Yep,
And
that's right.
another turnover. 5 with the rebound.
I mean, the Pistons still were 13-0, first team in league history to go 13-0, but unfortunately they will not go undefeated to finish the season.
That's right.
Why?
10-point lead now for the Kings. Teddy Francois will again get to the line. He's been seeing a lot of the line today. A lot of
That's right.
fouls being called today.
All right, refs maybe trying to get this under control.
Yeah. Now number 14, Ravi Pendy going in for number 7, Hintsa Hagos. Hagos will look like be finished for the day most likely. It's 5 points on the day for him. Nice effort.
Nice effort, though.
Every little bit helps. Francois is no good on the second. And a foul is called on the Kings. And they'll bring it back to the other side, and there'll be more shots.
You know,
The foul every second.
the Hawks maybe look like they're sort of giving up.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but, you know,
it's tough. I
here's
mean,
an opportunity. You know, he makes those 2 free throws. It's tough, you're right. I mean, 3 minutes left.
the loss of
Looks
Kyle
like they're
White
tired.
really
Lost
hurt
Kyle
them.
White.
Yeah.
Maybe they just want to get it over with. Go home.
And it hurt them in a lot of ways too. Not only because he's one of, if not their best player, as we said, second in the league in scoring.
Right.
But it took away their only substitution. You got to figure that's factored in. Maybe some of the lackadaisical play, the sloppy mistakes, stuff like that.
Right.
Because when you're playing a full 40 minutes, you know, it's
Right.
tough.
You're tired.
Hey, goes to the nice move to the hoop by Teddy Francois. Rebound pulled down by Robert Iapika.
Look, we got another foul. Hawks will inbound it, or excuse me,
Rafi
Kings.
Penny with an open three. Pops it's no
Ooh.
good. Off the rim. David Console with the rebounds, rushing the floor. Goes hard to the hoop. A hard collision to Quan Ross and David Console. But in the end, it'll just be Console seeing more of the free throw line.
Yeah, he makes these two. They're within 7.
Mhm.
3 minutes left. Not implausible.
Not at all. Still 3 minutes left in the game. It's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Console's first shot is a bit off the mark.
Lodemus will come back in for the Kings.
Console's second shot is also no good. Rebound Robert Iapika for the Kings. Teddy Francois with the ball for the Kings, and he's hacked as he goes to the line, but it's called a travel.
And a travel. It was interesting because it was maybe both a travel and a foul.
Yeah, but unfortunately the travel happened before the foul, so.
Right.
Scott Jules controlling the ball for the Hawks. Goes up strong, but the rebound pulled down by Naylor, unable to convert on the shot. Iapika comes down with the ball for the Kings. Fortunately throws it away now, and it's Hawks ball again with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Hawks down by 9, still a chance.
But not out yet. Quick shot, and it's good. 2:20 left in the game. Clock is ticking, down 7.
Forrester gets his first points of the game. Lahudamus down low, and that's easy points for him.
Right.
Haven't heard his name in a while.
That's
But
right,
he's
he's been on the
back.
bench, stay quiet
Yeah.
for the second half.
When you have a lead like this, you know, there's no risk
Right.
in getting your players maybe hurt.
Get everyone playing time before the playoffs.
Yeah. There's Lodemus again pulling down a rebound. Francois pushing the ball up for the Kings. No good on the layup. Hawks ball. Oh, had a
Ooh.
chance for the fast break, but overthrows Scott Jules a little.
Passes just a little too much
Yeah.
for Scott Jules. That would have been Max's easy points there.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, still a 7-point lead. Oh,
And a dirty
Forrester,
steal.
check your pockets.
check your pockets.
Forrester, you just got robbed. There's Hagos now with the ball. Rafi Panty with a quick three. Almost good.
He wants that three.
Up, and he's going to set for a three. Unfortunately, off the mark. Console with the rebound, who's hacked by 3 people down low, and he'll get back to the line. That was it. I remembered.
That's it. 57 seconds left. Seen crazier things, but
Yeah,
don't think I'll see it today.
you never know. You never know. Hawks going to call a timeout with 57 seconds left. 48-39 lead for the Hawks, who look like they're in prime position to lock up the 3rd seed just a week before the playoffs begin.
Right.
That's good, finishing the season on a high note.
Gives you momentum into
Yep.
the playoffs.
Exactly, and they're playing well. I mean, of course, the big story today was Kyle White getting thrown out of the game. Coaches, everyone getting upset. Referees maybe taking over a little, but the bottom line is you still got to play the game, and the
Right,
Kings came
and
out and they did that today.
don't forget McMillan with
It's true.
a bizarre show of maybe he didn't care at all. You know, taking free throws
Over his back.
over his back.
Well, you know, he showed up a little late. The coach was unhappy about that. Sat him for the whole first quarter.
Right.
So maybe there was a little something more there, and then he comes on and he's shooting the free throws over his back. And, I mean,
But, you know, Kings seem to do fine without him.
yeah,
But in the playoffs, you really want to have a guy like
that's
him.
true. They got to make sure he gets control. Started McMillan was brought over in a trade, and you remember the Kings started off this season, they were 0-4. So it's quite the turnaround. They announced it at 8-5. Look like they're gonna finish at 9-5. So they've gone
Right.
9-1 in their
That-
past 10 games.
That's an incredible run.
A little bit of that is due to the trade, of course, but a lot of it is due to the coaching and talent stepping up. So you want to talk about riding a hot streak? The Pistons just got ended last night. But the Kings continue theirs, and they've gone 9-1, and they'll be
Right.
heading into the playoffs. It's the third seed, unless the Hawks can pull this one out.
That's right. First one no good. Almost rebound by Hawks.
Francois over to Hagos. He's going to slow it down for the Kings.
That's right. You got the lead. No need to rush.
Iapika good with the layup.
Making some noise. The big guy.
Iapika's first points of the game. Morel's putting up a three. No good. And with 25 seconds left, the Kings now up 50-39. 11 points. Hagos, of course, dribbling the ball up for the Kings. He's going to pop a three. It's no good again. A lot of threes being taken today. Not a lot of threes being made, though.
Right.
Looks like Naylor's going to close the game out for the Hawks. He's trying to find who he can put up a three. Console unable to put up a three. And the Kings will close out the game 50-39. Win over the Hawks as they lock up that third seed in the playoffs.
Right. Visibly happy.
Yes, good win, and they've got munchkins after the victory. What more could you ask for? So the Kings with a 50-39 win over the Hawks, and they'll play the Lakers next Saturday in the semifinals of the MNBL tournament. We'll be right back with you for the second game of the day, which is the 3-9 Celtics against the 5-7 Bullets, fresh off defeating the undefeatable,
Right.
dropping the Pistons. So we'll be right back with you in a couple minutes.